Energy conservation and energy efficiency is the first and the foremost priority now. See, if you see the cost of electricity, especially through coal-based generation, this is going up and up further, and though the renewables is definitely supplementing the energy generation, especially the electricity generation, still year after year the electricity tariff and pricing is going up because of the overheads, especially on the power generation side. So in that aspect, definitely the electricity or the energy conservation and efficiency, if we give the most importance, apart from the renewables, what all that is done on the rooftop solar or the standalone solar done by the industry or by the building segment, still energy conservation needs to be done by each and every building users, all the industry users in the prevailing trend as such. BE always guides us, BE always suggests us to always monitor the energy consumption to target the same to the energy user. So this is what we always say even to the MSME industry, wherever you are running a batch process of machines, you try to have your kWh meter and a run-hour meter in any of your production machines and in your utility subsystems, utility machines, so that you know each and every day of the month whether how many hours of the machine has done and how many kWh or the electricity as the machine has consumed. Ultimately, you know the loading of the machine for the given industry production. Then comes the energy to process interface. This is where always our President Dr. Abdul Kalam, he used to say the T&D loss, especially the national T&D loss, it was almost around 27% at around 2005. By the 2020 or 2025, he said it needs to be reduced, and we have come to around 20% and we are further coming down thanks to all the lot of infrastructure developments done on the T&D side. But what is seen in the national grid, we want to apply horizontally, deploy it in the industry also. Let us say the T&D loss, what is happening in the EB incoming to the tail end of the process, either in the process side or in the utility side, that needs to be optimized as per the norms, best norms available given by the utility manufacturers and the process OEMs. Accordingly, the industry has to manage it. This is the shortcut, or it is the trimming or input resizing or input reduction for the energy reduction for the given equipment in the process and the utility. This is the first and foremost energy conservation proposal which is done at a zero cost and low cost. Then comes, let us try to visualize the energy losses in the existing system. The immediate power losses or the power transmission losses that is happening in the equipments right from the electrical distribution to the process machines to all the utility machines, these intermediate power losses needs to be addressed. The self-consumption of the intermediate utilities that needs to be monitored so that this can be controlled and it can be optimized. I don't say it has to be reduced, whatever it is possible, it needs to be reduced. When we see almost around 10% of energy losses is happening in the industry, that is a loss, that is our operating profit margin, that is the whatever the margin we are getting, that is reduced by the 10% energy loss within the industry. When 10% of energy loss is happening inside your premises, first let us address it first, then only the production, what is given as a production cost, what is given as a sale cost outside the industry, you can see the electricity or the power cost should not be a barrier, especially to reduce the operating overheads for the given industry. Then comes all the utility machines, what all you see our national approach and as well as all the society or the building segments, we have all adopted the LED lighting as well as the BLDC fans, excellent. It is nice, almost we got almost 50% savings. But we see to it that this is happening in the industry also, almost 30 to 80% the efficiency difference is happening, especially in the compressors, blowers, pumps. The existing utilities have a wide gap of efficiency difference from 30 to 80%. This 50% needs to be addressed by energy conservation first, and what all the possible means and ways to address the energy conservation, let us first do it on the existing equipment. After that, definitely if it needs to be done, we need to replace to the energy efficient equipment to definitely recover the energy losses in the decade-old energy utility equipments that is running in our industry. We have to keep in mind the efficiency losses are there right from the day of installation. So one is the right from the day of installation, next is the loading of equipments, the third is the way the time-based maintenance practices are operated in the industry. Now the latest trend is every industry, right from the large scale industry to all the MSME, they have gone for condition-based monitoring approaches, maintenance approaches, where including they are using preventive and then the predictive monitoring also is done, so that they see the use of thermal imager or a vibration monitoring or even an ultrasonic flow metering, especially on the pump side, pumps flow monitoring, etc. These are all the things, portable devices and even the IoT devices are used by the industries, either they are using it or it is being outsourced, so that we know what are all the energy losses happening existing in the existing systems, utility systems, as well as in the production of the process systems, and that can be definitely be monitored by the predictive monitoring systems, analyzers, and this can be corrected upon. And coming to any of the equipments, all the equipments are either made for peak summer application like the HVAC systems or any of the process maximum load for the given process. The process and the production is designed for the given industry, but the VFD becomes a mandatory effort, especially if you want to operate the equipment for the market driven demands for all the industry. It is not only on the process side, it is also on the utility side. All the variable torque loads like blowers, compressors, pumps, centrifugally operated, definitely it gives an appreciable energy savings. So VFD becomes a mandatory retrofit, especially for the variable torque loads, and for the constant torque loads for the production machines, it definitely improves the flexibility of the production machine to give the excellent operating parameters and operating how the industry can be operated very smoothly and efficiently using the VFD retrofits on the process equipments also. So relative condition monitoring for any of the equipments in the industry, definitely it gives a pace way for energy savings, that is prompting the energy losses. But when the equipment to equipment is compared, definitely this gives a scope for energy savings. Another aspect is installing a credible H meter and a runover meter, not only for the MSME, but it can be deployed in any of the building segment also for all the pump monitoring. Instead of monitoring the pump flow or the over tank level water, that is water consumption daily per apartment or a industry or a building segment, this can be monitored by the runovers and the pump delivery flow by measuring the flow for the given time and by the bucket flow method, and definitely you know what is the daily consumption of kiloliters either in a gated community system or in a industry or in a building segment. So every possible approach can be taken towards energy monitoring control also, conservation as well. So the result of energy audit ultimately leads to lot of proposals to reduce the energy consumption in the utilities and increase the productivity in the production equipments. This is what we aim in the energy audit. Ultimately, the useful output increases and the wasted output decreases. That is what we wanted to achieve after doing the energy audit and energy conservation in any given industry. Ultimately, the energy savings definitely improves the operating profit margins, and energy efficiency is the only key to the survival of the industry. So we have to keep in mind and we have to work, and ultimately as an energy professional or an energy conservation professional or an energy management professional, we have to see to it that we have to consistently educate, and it is our collective responsibility to consistently educate the energy user to come up in a big way and reduce their energy consumption and operate their equipments on the production process efficiently. Thank you.